You are looking at a bunch of tools because in this video we're going to learn about utility software, and I think of utility software kind of like tools. They are like tools that you use to help make your computer run better. So we're looking at utility software, and if you go to Wikipedia and you say, hey, what is utility software? What are utility programs? You will see that utility software categories includes antivirus, archivers, backup software, clipboard managers, cryptographic software for encrypting things and making them all jumbled so that if you don't have the key to unjumble it, you'll just see a whole bunch of jumbled stuff. So other people can't get to your stuff. Cryptographic software, data compression software. What does that do? Data compression software will take a large file and compress it down to a small file. Data synchronization, so synchronizing between different computers or different devices, that's a utility program. We have file synchronization, which is kind of what I just described, and we have revision control. So if multiple people are working on a certain document or you're working on a document and you want to keep track of the changes through the document, revision control will help you do that. Disk checkers, disk cleaners, disk compression. Utilities can transparently uncompress the contents of a disk, increasing the capacity of the disk. So it's kind of like that's kind of like file data compression right up here, but disk compression. Disk defragmenters. We already learned what fragmentation is, and we learned about disk defragmentation. Disk partitions. So creating partitions, managing partitions. Disk space analyzer, disk storage utilities, file managers, hex editors, memory testers, network utilities, registry cleaners, screensavers, system monitors, system profilers. A lot of interesting stuff here. Antivirus software is perhaps the most important utility, right? And of course, it's always important to back up all of your important files. So you could use backup software to do that, or you could just do it manually, like I showed you how to do it. And that's basically what utility software is. It is one of the categories when we talk about system software. When we talk about system software, there's system software. When we talk about system software, utilities is one of the categories of system software. So it's important for you to know that utility programs or utility software is software programs. Their programs or their software. I'm using those two words. They're interchangeable. Utility programs are programs that help make your computer run well. I already gave you the analogy that utilities in your computer are kind of like utilities in your house. Just like utilities in your house help make your house run well. Think about what your house would be like if you didn't have gas, if you didn't have electricity, if you didn't have sewage. Man, your house would be stinky if you didn't have trash pickup and if you didn't have toilets. And if you didn't have electricity, if you didn't have gas coming to your house would not run the way it runs. So just like utilities in your house help your house run well, utilities in your computer help your computer run well. And those utility programs include these different categories, the most important of which I think is antivirus software. All right, so one thing to point out is you could go to Start, All Programs, and then come in here to Accessories. And under Accessories, you will find a lot of useful utility programs or, a lot of useful programs. You've got the command prompt. You've got connecting to a projector. You've got Notepad, which, not all these are utilities. Remote desktop connection, which is kind of cool. You can Google that and read about that, but allow you to connect to desktops, other computers remotely. So if you wanted to help somebody, you could use this. Use your computer to connect to a computer that's located elsewhere and run programs or access files. So you could use this to access somebody's computer. You need their authorization, of course. But once you have their authorization, you can be in their computer from your computer just as if you were at their computer. Okay, so this is the more difficult way to connect to somebody's computer using the remote desktop connection. But if you're super technical savvy and you want to play with it and try to figure it out, there are certainly instances where you use remote desktop connection if you want to connect to somebody else's computer. But how do you do it if you have your dad's living in Wisconsin and you're in Nigeria? I had to go Google it. It's been so long since I've done it, and I came up with this answer right here. So if you want to pause the video and read what I just read, you can read it. But it's been a while since I did it, and so here's how you do it. And this is the easier way. And I knew it was in there. And just because, you don't always have to know everything anymore. You have to know that something exists and that it's a capability and a possibility. And then you just need access to Google, because you could go back to Google and you could be like, oh yeah, how do I do that? And Google will show you something like this. So there it is. And what we do is we type in remote and it brings up Windows Remote Assistance. And here is the place where you can invite someone you trust to help you, right? You can invite someone you trust to help you. Help someone who has invited you. So you go here, and you would have your dad like go here, right? Invite someone to trust. Your dad would go here and use email to send the invitation, and a starting email. You need Microsoft Outlook to do it. But it would, yeah, there's different options. You could go in here and you could get your dad to allow you to connect to his computer over the internet, and then you'd be able to fix your dad's computer when he was in Wisconsin and you were in Nigeria. Remote assistance, totally cool to know about. What else do we have here? We got the run, the old run window, where this is now also the kind of run window. So you could type in msconfig right here, and it runs it. Or you could go back up to Start All Programs, Accessory, Run, and type in msconfig right there, and it runs it. Same thing. It's kind of interesting. What do we have? Snipping tool. You might think of that as a utility. The sync center, which is kind of like keeping your computer synced up with something else. I don't know. You can read about that if you need to sync things, keep things in sync. Other accessories that are in here. Windows Explorer, WordPad, ease of access. So, oh, those are kind of cool. Those are usability, you know, so you need to magnify your screen if you need your screen read to you. So they have screen reading software, it looks like. They have an on-screen keyboard. They have some Windows speech recognition. If you're going to do speech recognition, I really recommend not using Windows. Use Dragon Naturally Speaking or something like that. Naturally Speaking. Here you go. Dragon Naturally Speaking. I don't know why they call it Dragon. And what else were we looking at? We were looking at some other stuff under accessories because it's good to know about the stuff that's in here. System tools. We looked at ease of access. Now system tools. A character map. Let's see what that is. Okay. So we can insert all kinds of strange characters into text. And we could choose all kinds of different fonts. And there's wingdings with pictures, and we could insert those into text. That's kind of cool. Can I now insert that arrow? What happens? Select, copy, paste. Just paste. There they are. You copied them and it pasted them, and I can now make them bigger. Isn't that cool? Special characters. Accessories. System tools. That was character map. Computer. What's computer do? Gives me a little information about my computer. Start, all programs, accessories, system tools. Whoops. System tools. Control panel, disk cleanup, disk defragmenter, private character editor. Some of the stuff I've never used. What is private character editor? Private character editor. I think that's worthy of a Google question. What is private character editor in Windows? Create new characters, edit existing characters, save characters, view and browse your character library. You can use private character editor to create your own characters, which you can then insert into documents by using character map. Interesting. What else do we have under system tools? Resource monitor. So resource monitor telling me statistics here on you know, how much of my memory am I using. Here's my CPU. How much of my CPU am I using? Not a whole lot right now. Here's my disk. What kind of access to my disk is being used? What kind of access on the network? There's my network access. How much of my memory am I using? That's kind of what that looks like is going on there. More information on the CPU here. Here's information on memory. Here's information on the disk. Here's information on the network. That is the resource monitor. Kind of interesting to look at. Under accessories, still looking at accessories. System tools. We just saw resource monitor, system information. Let's check that out. Kind of cool. So show me different things about my system. x64 system type, base PC. All programs, accessories, system tools. System restore. You can create restore points. This is different than doing the restore off of the disk. All right, so that's some of the you could schedule tasks here too. You could say for certain things to happen, task scheduler. That is some of the utility software that is out there. We've been learning about utility software in this video, and there's a bunch of different utility software programs. Here's the main list of them. And the main thing to know about when you're actually using Windows is start, all programs, accessories, and you got a whole bunch of different little tools here that you could use and play with and explore and jump around with and just check out and see if they will be useful to you at all. Kind of interesting stuff. That is utility software.